The Phantom Moon Courtyard?
Ah, a terrifying enemy is near. But you stand alone, helpless. How often have you been in such a predicament, protagonist? This is how trailblazing expeditions always end, no? Don't worry. As the former navigator myself, I may provide you with some instruction. Just as Akivili instructed me, and I instructed Falcon Amundsen. Perhaps instruction is too formal a word. Young people these days can't stand such formality. How about we make it a bit friendlier? You quiz me instead. Next, you can ask me questions. 8 of them. About me. About Aha. About Akivili. About the future of the cosmos. About you, even. I'll answer anything you ask. Because once 8 questions are done, you're dead. Did you forget? We are the only 2 supplicants with a chance of winning the Phantom Moon Games. Because the die happened to land on 8. Because there are 8 supplicants in the games. Or perhaps because we first met in Amphorius. Another 8!
Is this guy actually serious? Kimiko hasn't escaped yet, and there's no news from the Express. I should try to delay him for as long as possible if we want to have any chance of winning. Why would I believe a Lord Ravager?
Looks like you're not so opposed to my offer either. How about we add a wild card to this boring trivia game then? Give your answers to the die you're holding. Roll the die. If your roll is a critical success, you get to uncover my deepest secret. I will answer every question, even if it works against me. I still answer, but only in half-truths. It shouldn't pose any problem for our protagonist. You can effortlessly distinguish truth from deception. I'll share a candid truth, though it won't necessarily be the whole truth. Did General Yao Guang bind me just now? You should really trust her strength! Besides, it's been a long time since I've just offered myself up to the chessboard of fate. How exciting to have every outcome based on pure probability. And now, let's get started.
What do I ask?
Right now, among infinite possibilities, countless versions of you are asking me endless questions. Not strange at all. Faced with fate and the universe, people have endless questions. It's asking and answering that make us who we are. Don't hold back. Go ahead and ask your most pressing question right now.
Mr. Asat Pramad, have you ever been in love?
What did you just say?
Sorry, but I'm really curious. Have you ever fallen in love?
You have this rare opportunity to speak to a former navigator, and you're interested in his personal life? You really are something else. So intriguing. I almost want to throw in the towel and bow out.
So, I should roll?
Wait, not yet. Don't roll. If you roll a critical success, I honestly have no idea how I'm supposed to weave a sharp jab at cosmic destiny into something about personal emotions. So be it. This one's on me. I'll answer you plainly. I've loved. Of course, I've loved before. But in the end, every planet tied to my past lovers, I destroyed them all. Not because we broke up. I genuinely cared for them. I just like what I do now even more. Feels good to get that off my shoulders. They have no complaints either. Whew. All right. This won't happen again. Maybe you still have a lot of questions like this. Maybe you'll just ask them directly. But let me make it clear. I don't want to see such questions again.
Since you're open to answering anything, let's talk about the Lord Ravager's weaknesses.
The Lord Ravager's weaknesses? How greedy, child. You just asked 7 questions at once. But then again, who could pass up the chance to gossip about colleagues? Whose weakness do you want to know? But I only answer one question at a time. Fantilia loathes stubborn minds, hosts she can't seize. She abhors the taste of human courage. Her greatest weakness is her insatiable greed, always wanting everything at once. So, satisfied? 7 questions left.
I've always been curious. Since the Stellaron hunters also see possibilities, do you know what they're truly working toward?
Stellaron hunters. They're just a bunch of power-drunk opportunists that wait by the Eon's chessboard, waiting to catch any falling scraps. They think they've foreseen the future, but in reality, they're merely being led by the nose by a certain Eon's power, chasing an illusory, better ending. As for their goal, humans only pursue these two things: to live or to die for a reason. You may ask 6 more questions.
Why were so many people calling me Aki-Villi along the way?
How lucky. Although the question you asked is difficult to answer. They call you Aki-Villi because not only are you the successor, but at the core level, you are becoming the focus of the path of the Trailblaze. This isn't imitation. It's the path itself responding, naturally, to the absence of its god. You are not them yet, but you are headed in that direction. Even more important is the thing inside you.
Stellaron?
Do you want to know more? That would be a different question. 5 left now.
About the Stellaron inside of me. How much do you know?
The Stellaron is a fragment of a path, a condensing of Eonic powers and concepts. It comes from harmony, but surely you already know this. The one in your body. Strange. Whatever its essence is, it seems to be intricately linked to the Trailblaze. It's the engine, the coordinates, and a vessel of possibilities that even I cannot fully see through. 4 questions left. Keep going.
What exactly did you do during this Phantasm Games?
This is a very complicated question. And well, all villains are always waiting for the opportunity to explain their scheme. But if I had to start from the beginning, I'm afraid you wouldn't have the patience to listen to the end. Why don't you ask about something you're interested in? Come on, roll the die. We'll see how many secrets your roll will earn you. Good throw. Ask away. Why would I? My relationship with Full Wish has always been above board. There's no need to compel a prospect as driven for revenge as she was. And it's impossible to include anyone like her in any complex scheme. All one could do at this point was set her free and allow her to shine. Of course, she needed a small gift for motivational purposes, which I provided. A sliver of Shu-Hu's flesh. You mean when the moon suddenly promised that the winner would become a permanent Eon? You think too highly of me. Countless people in the cosmos go around claiming to be Aha themselves. But as we all know, only the Eon himself could have made that moon speak. Their divine prophecies prove that the elation is watching these games at all times, and that my activities have not crossed any boundaries. When it comes to infiltrating Ahatopia, the two trickiest obstacles are the world and canvas that keeps the husk sealed away, and the unkillable Panarch Elwood. But Aha has never specified that a judge cannot become a supplicant. Strangely, nobody has ever used this loophole in all these years. It's surprisingly easy. All it takes is one mask, which is placed onto the Elwood in the courtyard before she wakes up. That's it? I was hoping you'd dig a little deeper. Going over my past schemes is actually quite a treat. You may still ask me 3 more questions.
Can you tell me the real truth about the Phantasm Games?
I bet you figured it out long ago, didn't you? What else could it be? The Phantasm Games is just entertainment for Aha. Aha used the 1 minute as an Eon prize to move the masses around like pieces on a chessboard, delighting in their embarrassing displays. Only 2 questions left.
You said you used to be the Navigator. So, is the Eon of Trailblaze still alive?
Hey! That's a critical success! Looks like I have to tell you the secret myself. And Akivili must reveal. Akivili is dead, but perhaps they are still alive in a way even they never expected. The fall of an Eon is simply a change to the form in which they currently exist. No one knows if this is something they planned. According to Nameless who have met Akivili, they frequently mention the origin and end, the tree of existence, and what lies beyond the paths. After all, bound within finite space and time, there is only one place the Eon of the Trailblaze longs to reach, beyond the universe. And so, I witnessed the fall of an Eon. That power that unveiled the stars and traversed space. In the end, it left nothing but an inconsequential point of light at the edge of existence. Final question. Think carefully. What do you want to ask?
There's something I've thought about from the start. Tell me, is Himiko still alive? Do you really have no feelings for your daughter?
Your luck really is awful. Of all the questions, you had to fail on the one I most wanted to answer. Pay no mind to the rule. I'll be honest with you. Of course Himiko is still alive. At least on the stage I'm meticulously prepared for her. She will play an important role, and is now awaiting her curtain call. Life is like this. One chance journey after another. One win after another. Playing someone's father, becoming someone's friend, and at times, someone's lover. Then, by a twist of fate, I let a girl with no future begin to dream of the stars and of lands yet to be reached. I have never understood why the seeds I planted by chance would always take root in unexpected ways. I never expected them to bear fruit such as Graphia or Himiko. It feels like a curse. Like fate's cruelest mockery of me. Just like that night 15 years ago, I had the chance to crush the Express again, but I hesitated. No. No to both. I've never fully understood that lapse in judgment. I still ask myself why.
No matter the reason, you caused a huge mess for your colleagues.
A few weeks ago, Himiko returned to her hometown and brought you back with her. That was the moment I finally understood why I didn't shoot down the Express 15 years ago. It had nothing to do with acting as a father or trailblazing, but for a destruction that spanned 15 years, to set her on a journey to gain what was most precious, only to shatter it all in the cruelest way. What truly matters is this. I will have you bring an end to this world, here and now. It's the most vicious joke I can play on plain Arcadia, on myself, and on the fate of the universe. Take a guess. Will this joke amuse Aha?
You want to use my Stellaron?
The worlds the Astral Express deals with. How could they be without a Stellaron? Boom! 15 years ago, during the blood-stained games, all the supplicants died violent deaths. Then, the husk ran out of wish power and grew agitated, craving a blood sacrifice. 15 years later, a hero from the Express shone brightly throughout the games. His Stellaron overflowing with wish power. The perfect sacrificial piece. All right. Now that I've answered the 8 questions, I now need to... Kids these days. Show some respect and put your phone away when your elder is talking. Huh?
Himeko is right there! There you are! I see all of you!
What kind of nonsense is that? Boring. But canceling an elderly person's pension account like that, doesn't her conscience hurt at all?
You treat other people's lives and suffering like numbers on a die, toying with them at will. So why do you fall apart when it's your turn?
Your curiosity is commendable, but you've already used up all your questions. So I won't be answering anything you ask.
Doesn't matter. We've stalled long enough as it is. You don't need to answer the following question. I just want to know. If I swing at that thing you have for a head, would it break?
Ruins be upon the world. The myriad colors return to the void. Your failure is written in stone.